Located in the southeastern part of Asia, the Philippines is an archipelago facing the Pacific Ocean, home to more than 7,000 islands. Every island in the country boasts a magnificent stretch of powdery beach and cerulean seawater. But beaches are not the only thing this tropical country has to offer. It is also home to the world's perfect cone-shaped Mayon Volcano and historic man-made rice terraces. Its first established cities house the country's most bittersweet history. Every ancient street bore witness to hundreds of years of foreign occupation. This country, known as the Pearl of the Orient, has a lot to offer to every kind of traveler. Take a look at the 10 best places to visit in the Philippines. Number 10. Bonifacio Global City. If you are just arriving from a long-haul flight, you may consider spending a night in one of the country's biggest business districts, BGC. You may take your time to rest in this well-paced complex of commercial buildings, shopping malls and parks. Pass time at the Venice Grand Canal Mall. It is a shopping mall that is designed after the Venice Piazza in Italy. Complete with a manned gondola, the water canal runs through the entire complex, entertaining visitors. Or you may also check out the overflowing artistry of the BGC Arts Center. Catch a musical, check out the galleries, or see an exhibit to fully immerse in this playground of artistry. A few minutes of wandering around BGC will also fill your phone gallery with a lot of photos of its street arts. So make sure your phone storage is ready. BGC also have some of the country's best nightclubs, so be ready to party till you drop. Number 9. Siquijor Island. If you ask locals about this destination, you may encounter words not limited to black magic, witches and sorcery. However, do not let this freak you out. You will definitely regret passing up a chance to experience the mystical island province of Siquijor. Located in the southern part of the Philippines, Siquijor's magic lies with its natural landscapes, rivers, and complex caves. Kayaking, diving, and snorkeling are some of the most popular adventures you can do in Siquijor. The province surely has a rich marine biodiversity. A famous song says, "Don't go chasing waterfalls." But the island is an exception. There's not one, not two, but countless waterfalls every thrill seeker can enjoy. Thrill is not the only thing you will take with you once you leave this island. Love potions, known as gayuma, are sold like candy near the famous 400-year-old balete tree. Another famous spot in Siquijor, a small flask of potion promises to solve some of the relationship problems you may have. While at it, you may also consult an albulario, a folk healer that uses faith healing and herbalism. Number 8. Iloilo. People from Iloilo are best known for their calm demeanor. It's no wonder that Iloilo's capital city is dubbed the City of Smiles. You will surely leave this province of gentle people with a smile on your face after a fulfilling experience. Go visit Miagao Church and bask in its splendid visuals. The Baroque-style church, built in the late 1700s, unquestionably aged fine and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Iloilo is also a haven for food lovers. After spending half a day in the sun in the glorious Islas de Gigantes, which means Island of Giants, there is no other next step but a gastronomic seafood lunch buffet. When back in the city, try the famous noodle dish La Paz Bachoy before heading to Smallville for a taste of the Iloilo nightlife. Number 7. Bataan. A province in the northern Luzon, Bataan is a rising tourist destination. If you love sea animals, stop by their Sea Turtle Conservation Center. If lucky, and you visit between November and February, you may get to release some turtle hatchlings into the open sea. Bataan faces the West Philippine Sea, which means after a ferry ride, you'll be welcomed by the white sand beaches and solid waves. A famous destination in this province is the Five Fingers Cove in the town of Maribele. Instead of island hopping, tourists take on a cove-to-cove adventure. These coves provide the perfect spot for cliff diving, and because of its shape, skinboarding is good to try because of the strong solid waves. In the same province is a heritage resort to liven up your Instagram feed. La Casas Filipinas de Azucar is a resort that offers walking tours to its grand Spanish-era houses. Inside, you can dine under the stars while a band serenades you with traditional Filipino music called kundiman. Number 6. Tanay. This town in the province of Rizal saw a rise in the number of tourists in the past years. Newly opened hiking trails and river adventures are responsible for this. Enjoy the rewarding top view of the river after a challenging hike to the summit of Mount Daraitan. When back in the valleys, enjoy the sea of clouds or a hot bath in a giant kubu. Motorcycle enthusiasts flock to this area on the weekends. Adrenaline spikes up when passing through the sharp curves of Marilake Highway. Perfect for both thrill seekers and peace quiet seekers. This road is also lined up with both quaint and modern cafes and bed and breakfasts. You can also camp when staying here. Just choose from the many camping and adventure sites in this town. You will surely spend hours just trying to choose which site suits your style. Number 5. Bohol. Bohol is famous for its tarsiers and chocolate hills, clusters of hills that turn green in the summer and turn chocolate brown during the rainy season. However, more than these two, Bohol is a province that deserves much more attention. It's a treasure trove of natural wonders and thrilling adventures. Its reefs offer the best view for snorkeling and dolphin watching. It is definitely a diving heaven. Be in awe as you get surrounded by a school of thousands of sardines going for a run. If relaxing is not your preferred style of travel, you don't have to leave this province to get that. Go bouldering, river trekking, and parasailing for a high dose of adventure rush. Or conquer your fear of heights while swinging on a giant swing, bungee jumping, or rappelling. If by chance it's a romantic getaway that you're after, worry not. There's a night excursion in Bohol where you can watch fireflies glow in the stillness of the night along the mangroves. Number 4. Caramoan Islands. Use the keywords white sand and clear blue water and you'll probably end up with Boracay or Palawan in the results page. Both destinations are perfect beach getaways, but if you don't like big crowds, head on to Caramoan Islands in the Bicol region. Tucked away in the corners of eastern Luzon, this group of islands will gently sway you away from the hustle and the noise of the city. It's a cradle for exquisite limestone formations and rich marine life. Its waves gently crashing into the shore coupled with peace and quiet make a perfect harmony for a peaceful vacation. Island hopping and climbing limestone cliffs are some of the best ways to enjoy this paradise. Number 3. Pampanga. Pampanga is a haven for foodies or those who travel for food. This famous culinary capital of the Philippines is just a few hours away from Manila. Pampanga lives up to its name and relishes legendary food for every taste bud. Every flavor, texture, taste, you name it, they have it. Their speciality is sisig, a dish made of fried pork's face and ears mixed with different spices. If that excites you, then you will definitely enjoy their fried frog stuffed with ground meat and their mole cricket stew. If you're not feeling that adventurous with food, they got you covered still. You can enjoy friendlier dishes like crab fat and sour soup. Don't forget to finish a scrumptious meal with dessert. Make sure you try Halo Halo, the world-famous Filipino dessert made of mixed sweet crops, shaved ice and milk. Number 2. Sagada. Sagada is a remote town in the northern Philippines, home to untouched cultural antiques. The region where this town is located was mostly untouched by Spanish conquerors because of its remote location. The whole Philippines screams a mixture of Filipino and foreign touch, but not in this area. The travel to this mountain town from Manila will reward you with exquisite views of waterfalls, rock formations, and cliffs just by the road. Once in Sagada, you can go spelunking in Sumaging Cave, whose rock formations will leave you in awe, but also weary of danger. Just make sure to never go without a local guide, because you will wade through chest-high water inside. Have you ever seen a unique cemetery? Maybe not one where the coffins are perched on a rock cliff. Sagada's hanging coffins are one of the most exciting spots here and should be up on your bucket list. If you want a mix of both cave and more coffins, head right next to Lumiang Burial Cave. Right at its mouth is a pile of stacked coffins. If the hanging ones are not intriguing enough, check out some that are wedged up in the cracks along the cave's walls. Number 1. Batanes. Batanes is a group of islands in the northernmost part of the country. It is closer to Taiwan than to the capital city Manila. It is the smallest and least populous province, but it has the most picturesque views in the whole country. Its rolling hills and lighthouses are so magnificent they look like they're straight out of a postcard. Once in Batanes, make sure you check out the Valugan Boulder Beach and play a game with friends. Stack big boulders and small stones on top of each other and see who makes the highest pile. Just make sure to leave the stones behind because taking them as a souvenir is illegal. Don't forget to pay a visit to the traditional houses of the Bataan, the ethnic group that lives in the Batanes. Their houses are like no other, with roofs made of kogon and walls made of stone. Once you're tired and spent from all the walking and sightseeing, head next to the Honesty Coffee Shop where, you've guessed it, no one mans the store, and they trust the customers to pay honestly for whatever they get. Needless to say, Philippines has something for you no matter what kind of traveler you are. Whether you are one to believe in magic or someone who takes the motto "you only live once" to heart, the Philippines should be on your travel list.